Hello and welcome to the Collegiate Sports Network for tonight's Substate semifinal game between the 2-seeded Wichita Collegiate Spartans and the 3-seeded Fredonia Yellow Jackets. The Spartans got off to a great start of the subseason playoffs with a huge win over the 7-seeded Douglas on Monday night. Aiden, what's it going to take for Collegiate to continue the momentum and get one of the 2 wins they need to now get to Hutchinson and the state tournament?
You know, a lot going into tonight. A lot of our guys are pretty preoccupied thinking about, what's going to come next after this. We got Cheney before we can get to Hutch, before we can get to that state tournament. But this night is just as important that night is just as important as tonight. We still got to win tonight. We still got to lock in for tonight. There's still a lot to be done before we can get there. So for really tonight, we're facing up against a team who's more focused on shooting rather than getting down and dirty in the paint. They don't necessarily have any guys who can compare in size to a lot of our guys. And in the terms of pure athleticism, there's almost nobody that our seniors can't compete with in this league. So it's going to be a very competitive game, but these Fredonia Hornets here, they're going to have to pull something special out if they want to pull out a win. Definitely, in terms of just this competition, Collegiate has the upper hand.
Yeah, when we talk about Fredonia, and Aiden mentioned it, it's that they don't have a lot of size. They have maybe one guy above 6 foot. And so I think we saw earlier, like 2 games ago, we saw what Collegiate was able to do against a team that didn't have any size. I mean, they just completely dominated every single board, and they dominated inside the paint. So I'm looking to see more of that because, you don't want to rely on your outside shooting because what if you have an off day? So I think if Collegiate just gets down into the paint and they are able to assert their dominance down there, I think they'll be able to pull out a pretty relatively easy win.
Yeah, you guys talked about the size for the Spartans, and that's been led in many ways by the emergence of David Chege and Judah Cyrus down low for the Spartans, who have really grown into their roles as 2 juniors playing really high-level basketball right now for Collegiate.
Yeah, I agree. They have really grown into their positions on the team. Earlier in this season, they were kind of struggling getting used to how they were going to be integrated into the team, and now they are fully pushed in, competing at the highest possible level they can. Really just working well with the team, reducing those charges, reducing those fouls, and just pushing towards getting those rebounds, putting shots back up, just working really well into the team.
And as is always the case, Aiden, also down low for the Spartans is Sebastian Hines-Turner. He always brings such a presence down low on offense and defense that the Spartans can rely on. It'll be fun to see how the Spartans are able to match up size-wise against this Fredonia team all night long as we get ready to get going here from the host school, Chaparral, as starting lineups are getting ready to be introduced.
First up for the Yellow Jackets.
For Fredonia,
Number
1, Colin Unruh gets the start for the Yellow Jackets.
First up for the Spartans, a 6'2"
And for the Spartans, James Shackelford, number 1, checks into the game first once again.
Next up for the
Big defensive presence for the Spartans. Sorry, like I was saying, big defensive presence for the Spartans all night long. Should be a good matchup with him, and who will likely be Fredonia's highest scoring players, that being Peyton Hodeschelt, Ashton O'Neill, and Emmett Couch. Those will be players we'll be looking for all night for the Hornets.
Yeah, another interesting and important thing to look at this Fredonia team is they only have 1 senior on their team. Just 1 leader amongst these guys coming up against this Collegiate team, which has a nearly entire starting lineup of seniors. It's going to be a big matchup where athleticism and experience are going to be really important, and that just might be another thing where Collegiate has the advantage on.
6'3" sophomore, number 25, Sebastian Hines-Turner.
Checking into the game for the Spartans, Sebastian Hines-Turner. As we said at the top of the broadcast, a player the Spartans will be depending on for a lot of good play on offense and defense, as Eli Barnett checks into the game, rounding out the lineup for the Fredonia Yellow Jackets. Finally for the Spartans, the senior number 30, Asa Ahmad. He'll be running the point guard all night for the Spartans.
Before we get caught up in the excitement, let's remember the essence of sportsmanship. Let's cheer on our team with respect and positivity. Create an atmosphere we can all be proud of.
As we get ready to go, it'll likely be Heinz Turner jumping center for the Spartans, and if I had to take a guess for the Fredonia Yellow Jackets, it'll likely be Camden Barnett or Eli Barnett, two tall juniors in there for Fredonia.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot more to say about these two when it comes to them matching up. Fredonia, we're going to have to just see how their strategy is going to compare up to this collegiate team. They've got a lot to do tonight, a lot to prove if they want to pull out with a victory.
Yeah, Aiden, 2 wins left for the Spartans to be able to make the state tournament tonight, the semifinals of the Substate bracket. If they win tonight, they will play for a Substate championship on Saturday at 5 o'clock, but they have to win this game first to get there. Official has the ball, takes it to center court. Heinz Turner jumping center for the Spartans. Colin Onra jumping center for Fredonia. Ball is tipped away, and here we go. Asa Ahmad with the first possession of the game for the Spartans as they win the tip. Asa Ahmad dribbles off to his right, looking for options, picks it up, gives it off to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner rotates out to Raspberry. Raspberry cutting into the paint, throws it at the feet of Heinz Turner. Turned over into the hands of Couch. Couch moves it back down court quickly, gets it off to O'Neal. O'Neal, ball kicked around. Back out at the top of the key to Couch. Couch swings it around to Barnett. Barnett on the inside. That's Camden Barnett. Gives the ball off to his brother Eli Barnett. Rises with the shot. No good. Off the back iron. Heinz Turner skies down with the rebound for the Spartans. Looking to move quickly. Kicked out. Robbie Raspberry. Corner 3 on the way. Good. Robbie Raspberry connects for the first 3 points of the game for the Spartans.
Great transition. Quickly making up for a quick turnover. Great rebound by Sebastian Heinz Turner. And when you're Fredonia, you got to make those floaters.
Fredonia able to break the full court press. It's O'Neal with the ball. Puts up a quick shot. No good. Couldn't get the about 15-footer to go. Shackelford in transition. Tried to get the in pass to Raspberry. Picked off and stolen by Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett in transition. Robbie Raspberry picks his pocket from behind. Sebastian Heinz Turner down the other side of the court. Euro step in transition. Just misses the layup short, though. And it'll be Camden Barnett coming down with the rebound once again for the Yellow Jackets. Passes it up to Eli Barnett.
That is not common for this collegiate team to make easy layups like that.
Quick 3 on the way. Misses short. Rebound fought for underneath. Unruh tips it out of bounds. It'll be Spartan ball.
A couple of quick missed shots right there by Fredonia, getting open opportunities when it comes to floating twos. However, collegiate, a couple of quick turnovers almost turned costly. They kind of got a little lucky there that didn't blow up quickly in their face.
Yeah, Aiden, Spartans have looked a little bit careless with the ball early in the going in this one. A couple of passes at the feet of a couple of Spartans. Drumright knifes into the lane, kicks it out to Batiste newly into the game. Batiste Euro step around a defender and gets it to go off the glass. Nice move by A.J. Batiste to knife around 2 defenders and get the layup to go.
Batiste quickly making up for his team's mistake.
O'Neal moves the ball up into the front court, gets around a defender, gets the ball off to Eli Barnett. Barnett fighting for options. Top of the key, puts up the shot in transition, no good. Missed from the free throw line, air ball. Rebound fought for underneath, secured by Neal. O'Neal puts it up, no good. Rebound still being fought for underneath, tipped around a couple of times. Brett Wetta comes down with it as O'Neal missed the putback attempt for the Yellow Jackets.
Really makes you think, did AJ really need to fight for that?
Carter Drumright connects, stepping into a 3 from the left corner.
Contested 3, good to go from the corner.
And quick timeout taken by head coach D. Barnett for the Fredonia Yellow Jackets as the Spartans are out to an 8-0 lead to start the game off a couple of threes from Robbie Raspberry and Carter Drumright to go along with the layup from A.J. Batiste.
Yeah, and I think Collegiate has just come out firing. They have come out with poise and presence. They have shown their dominance, and Fredonia just was not ready for Collegiate to come out here and play this well. I mean, when you think about Fredonia, they've been looking sloppy, and even though Collegiate looked sloppy on their first possession, they quickly cleaned it up. And if Fredonia wants to keep up in this game, they're going to have to make changes quickly, because whatever they're doing, they're leaving good shooters wide open in the corner, and you can't do that against Collegiate, especially in a sub-state tournament where it's win or go home.
Yeah, high on, and so nice to see Robbie Raspberry connect on that first 3. He's been cold the last couple of months, so to see him connect and hopefully get hot early on in this sub-state would be huge for the Spartans. Yellow Jackets get the ball back in, ball into the hands now of Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett moves it up to Eli Barnett. Barnett able to get the ball across the timeline, kicks it out. Back to his brother, 3 on the way, no good. Missed by Camden Barnett. Chege comes down with the rebound for the Spartans, moving it up in transition. It's Batiste with the ball. Batiste tries to get it to Chege, went through his hands. Heinz Turner there to recover. Grace, mid-range shot from 10 feet, puts up the jumper, no good. And Eli Barnett comes down with the rebound for the Yellow Jackets.
Another careless move turns lucky for Collegiate. as Fredonia is going to try and get another open shot against this collegiate defense.
Fredonia trying to move up court. Heinz Turner into the passing lane, tips it out of bounds. They'll stay on this end. Fredonia still with possession, but the Spartans doing a good job to fly into those passing lanes.
Fredonia has missed on every turnover opportunity they've had so far. They've had a couple looks, for instance, on that last offensive play, an open three, but they have not been able to capitalize. They got to start doing that if they want to take the win home in this game.
Couch gets the ball off to O'Neal, now in the hands of Camden Barnett, drives into the lane around two defenders, couldn't get the layup to go, gets his own rebound, shot put back up, no good, missed off the back of the rim. Chege comes down with the rebound. Batiste fighting in transition against two defenders. Rises, puts up the shot, bit of a fadeaway, no good. Grace cleans it up on the rebound and gets it to go. Spartans now lead 10-0 after the putback from Grace.
Good move by Jack Grace right there. Caught it right as it was coming down, put it back up.
Spartans fighting for the full court press. Reach-in foul called as two Spartans came over to contest the ball, as Camden Barnett was barely able to save it, and the foul was called on A.J. Batiste.
Still, you got to like that aggression right there. Keeping them in front of the half-court line. They're doing a good job so far tonight of pressuring them off, or pressuring them defensively, getting them pretty close to that half-court violation.
O'Neal able to get the ball up court now to Evans. Evans with the ball, tries to swing it into Eli Barnett, turns it over into the hands of Heinz Turner. Pass just a little too quick, couldn't be handled. Drumright open in the right corner for three, drains it. Carter Drumright gets it to go, and the Spartans are 3 for 3 from behind the arc early on.
Man, Ion, you talked about leaving good shooters wide open, and that's exactly what Fredonia did right there. Carter Drumright had no contention in that shot.
Barnett gets the ball up court to Evans. Evans gets Chege to jump. Chege partially blocked it. Rebound goes out momentarily to Fredonia. Heinz Turner steals it away out in front of the pack, lays it in transition. And the Spartans are out to a 15-0 lead to start this game, only 4 minutes in. Barnett moves the ball up to Evans. Evans on the right side, guarded by Chege. Evans tries to turn the corner, met by Shackelford, has to step around him and gets a high degree of difficulty shot to go off 1 foot.
First shot to go, finally gets some points on the board, trying to kickstart Fredonia offense.
Drumright steps into a 10-footer and gets it to go. Carter Drumright just wide open and uncontested.
Man, they're just going to let him shoot all night, and that's going to blow up in their face every single time.
Barnett now with the ball, dribbling off to his left momentarily, falls to the floor. Drumright comes away with the ball. Barnett got tripped up by Chege, and a foul in transition called on O'Neal. Drumright already for the Spartans has 8.
8 points quick. Ion, you called it at the first time out. They're just letting him shoot all night long. 2 quick threes with a couple floaters. Just doing a great job shooting so far tonight, not being too aggressive.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because after the first 2 threes, you would have thought they would have guarded him up at the three-point line, and then he just stepped in for an easy midi. I mean, it's already a 15-point deficit here for Fredonia. They're going to have to start playing some real defense if they want to get back in this game.
Met by a double team, gets it off to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner on the right side, pulls the ball back out, looking to slow things down for the Spartans, who are off to a torrid start in this one, up 17-2. 5 minutes in, Weta throws it into no man's land out of bounds as he tried to work the inside out to Shackelford.
Tried to work the inside out, couldn't quite figure out who that pass was going to, and it went right out.
2:53 left in the first quarter. Spartans lead 17-2. Ball into Coulter. Coulter nearly turns it over out of bounds, instead tipped off the hands of Heinz Turner. Fredonia will keep the possession, but just barely.
Fredonia keeps getting lucky when it comes to these offensive possessions here, simply getting lucky that they're getting it across the half-court line.
Hodeshelt now into the game for Fredonia, number 13. Ball into the hands of Evans. Evans gets the pass off to Couch. Couch swings it back out to Hodeshelt. Hodeshelt right side to Evans. Evans guarded by Weta, gets a quick pass away to Couch. Couch fighting in transition, gets the layup to go against 2 defenders. Another off-balance 1-foot shot on the runner for Fredonia goes. Heinz Turner on the other end in transition, blocking foul called. I believe it's on Evans, as Heinz Turner will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, he was moving too quick in transition there for the Fredonia defense. They were lined up around at the free throw line, expecting him to come down the center. Really, he came down the side and just forced a foul, which will put Collegiate in the bonus with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
Heinz Turner's first free throw, no good. Good point, though, there, Aiden. That's the 5th foul already of the quarter on Fredonia, as they just cannot stay in front of the Spartans. and are being forced to foul multiple times to keep them in front. Heinz Turner at the line trying to convert the second free throw. Up and good. Heinz Turner converts both at the line. Converts the back end of the 2 free throws at the line. 18-4 now the score for the Spartans. 2:30 left in the first quarter. Ball to the hands of Eli Barnett. Moves the ball back up now to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett, his coach imploring him to slow down and set up some offense. Fredonia has had a tough go of it early on the front court side of the ball.
Yeah, it seems like they just need a little bit more time to set up, a little more time to take their shots, which they're not getting with this collegiate defense.
Couch dumps it into Barnett, turns from the free throw line, shoots no good. Ahmad comes down with the rebound. Solid defense by Shackelford that time on the shot contest. Ahmad knifes through 2 defenders in transition, dumps it off to Cyrus. Cyrus gets it to go through the contact. He'll have a chance for the 3-point play after getting it to go.
Good job by Judah Cyrus to read the defense there. He had only 1 of 3 defenders come up on him. As he was charging in, he decided to push back and get it to go.
Yeah, and we are almost done with the first quarter, and Collegiate's already leading by 17. And, I mean, we've just seen this dominance on defense by Collegiate. When you think about it, you've seen Fredonia actually get a ton of possessions. A lot of these teams that play Collegiate, they don't get the ball past half court. But Fredonia has gotten a lot of possessions on the Collegiate side of the court, but they're not able to convert. They've just missed a ton of shots, and you can't do that against a great Collegiate team. Yeah,
that's the thing, Hyon. This is broken down a lot on the offensive end of Fredonia into just one-on-one and oftentimes one-on-2 kind of basketball, and you're never going to win that matchup against the Spartans except for a couple of times where you get lucky and get a couple of shots to go. Besides that, though, the Spartans have absolutely shut down the Yellow Jackets on defense, leading 21-4 after Cyrus got the 3-point play converted at the line. Fredonia with the ball. It was tipped out of bounds on the inbounds pass. Mason Bond is now into the game for the Spartans, as Camden Barnett's going to try to get the ball in for the Yellow Jackets, looking for help, and a 5-second call as the Spartans will get it back without Fredonia even getting the ball in.
You know, they wear something on their backs, and it has proven true in this game, and that is defense decides, and we just saw why. They're doing a great job just dominating through defense and converting it into offense. That's what this team does best, and that's what Fredonia really can't handle right now.
Bond taking up the point for the Spartans in the front court, met by heavy pressure. Ball tipped away, saved out of bounds into the hands of Robbie Raspberry. Now Shackelford with the ball, trying to dribble in, kicks it back out to Bond. Bond on the right side, swung around to Weta. Weta on the right side, swings it back to Bond on the right corner, and Shackelford is fouled by Eli Barnett on a reach-in as Shackelford got the ball on the right post.
Really can't afford to do that if you're Fredonia right now.
Foul number 34, the Yellow Jackets, his second team.
Second foul on Eli Barnett. As a foul on the inbounds pass, looks like Bond is going to get called for it, or Raspberry. Looks like it'll be on Raspberry as he reached in trying to save the ball. First foul on the Spartans. A little bit confused as to why Collegiate didn't go to the line there. It seemed like Fredonia was over the limit, and I believe, though, it's because Fredonia was only at 4 fouls, so possibly just read the scoreboard wrong there, so Collegiate didn't go to the line because Fredonia was not quite yet over the bonus. Either way, though, Fredonia has been forced to foul the Spartans a lot early on in this game just because they can't stay in front of them.
Yeah, excuse me, that was my bad. I read the scoreboard there wrong. They did just get their 4th foul, however. Forced to foul this Collegiate team a lot, trying to convert turnovers.
Spartans get the ball back. They now have it in the front court. Bond with the ball, trying to dribble baseline. Moves it up to Raspberry. Raspberry kicks it around to Weta on the left corner. Swung back around top of the key to Ahmad. Now back out to Bond. Swung back around to the left side. Raspberry now with the ball. Swung out to Bond on the right side. Shackelford with the ball on the high post. Kicks it out. Raspberry. 3 on the way. Right side, no good. Missed it short. Shackelford comes down with the rebound. Puts up the shot against 2 defenders and rolls it in. Nice move by James Shackelford. A little bit off balance on the putback. Got it to go anyways. Spartans now lead by 19. The score 23-4. 44 seconds left. Shackelford comes away with the steal in the backcourt. Lays it up in transition. No good. Eli Barnett comes down with the rebound. Ball loose momentarily on the floor. He fell with the ball, but was able to re-secure it and get the pass off to Barnett, his brother. And ball deflected out of bounds now off Brett Weta. So after a frantic series, Fredonia keeps the ball.
Yeah, you know, for a very frantic series right there. However, Collegiate really needed somebody to create on that last offensive and defensive possession, and James stepped right into that role and carried that position handily. He couldn't quite convert on that 2-point transition play, but that's bound to happen every once in a while. Still great aggression from him.
Evans with the ball, gets it to Camden Barnett, now back to Evans. Evans on the right side pulls the three, right side no good, and just rolls harmlessly out of bounds. Spartan possession.
Yeah, and if I'm Fredonia, I don't know why I'm shooting contested threes at this point because, I mean, we haven't been shooting well even on the open ones and on the fadeaways, so we're already down 19. We need to get some easy buckets, but this collegiate defense, I don't know if they did any film study on them. They just have seemed unprepared for the collegiate defense at all times.
Raspberry with the ball, tries to get it up to Amon, stolen away by Evans. Evans against Amon, transition, lays it in. Nice way to finish through some contact for Evans as he gets it to go, as that'll bring an end to the first quarter as the Spartans lead 23-6.
Collegiate seniors looking a little bit disappointed on that last offensive and defensive possession, although they do lead 23-6 after the first quarter of this game, absolutely dominating the Fredonia Hornets defensively and offensively, just putting in the work we know they can. Several made threes, I believe 3 out of 4, just so far doing a really solid job getting in the scoring column through a great offensive aggressive defense.
Yeah, and Hyon, you talked a little bit about the fact that Fredonia hasn't been able to get up a lot of shots. The turnover battle's relatively even. It's 5-4 in favor of the Spartans. Fredonia with 5 turnovers, the Spartans with 4. But it's just been all on the scoring effort for the Spartans that they've been able to out-battle Fredonia. They've broken this game down a lot into just that one-on-one defense or even one-on-two defense against Fredonia, where they have just been grinded down in this game, and the Spartans are killing the Yellow Jackets on the boards.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to where Fredonia is just taking a lot of contested shots. Collegiate's contesting these shots very well, and Fredonia continues to take them. And I don't know if they're going to be able to make these shots consistently, and they're already down 17 points at the end of the first quarter. So, I mean, do you switch up your game plan? Because it just seems that they have not been prepared for what the collegiate defense has shown them, and they've been continuing to push through their style of offense, which isn't working currently.
Ball into Evans. Evans on the left side gets the ball out to Couch. Couch fighting against pressure, able to get the ball away back to Evans. Evans on the right side swings it around to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett with the ball, top of the key, gives it off Evans, right side, takes the three. Heinz Turner couldn't get a hand up, doesn't matter, missed everything. Call it a pass, though, to Hodeschelt as he kicks it right back out to Camden Barnett. Yellow Jackets able to save a possession, ball tipped away momentarily. Evans with it, pulls another three, this time from the left side, missed it short. Couch comes down with the rebound, fighting for a third opportunity, got the basket to go. Foul was called on the floor beforehand, though, so Fredonia will inbound from under the basket.
Tough rebounding there by Collegiate. Couldn't quite get a hand on it after 2 very far back contested threes miss. Collegiate still couldn't come down with the rebound, giving Fredonia just too many opportunities.
Ball into the hands now of Camden Barnett. Barnett on the right side looking for options. Weta gets into the passing lane. Pass was intended for Hodeschelt. Weta stepped right in, though, and stole it away. Spartans moving in transition. Drumright open from the left side. 3. No good. Missed everything. Called a pass, though, to Chege. And Chege is going to get called for a push-off. Bit of an arm bar there as he tried to get the putback to go.
He tried to defend the hand in from the defender right there with an arm bar. Call it a push-off, however. One of those ticky-tacky calls.
Deep home run pass down court. Can Couch get there? The answer is no. Turned out of bounds to the Spartans.
Tried to play a little football there, couldn't quite get it to go.
Roman Harani checks into the game for the Spartans, seeing his first minutes of action.
Not very typical that we see him in the second quarter of a game. Collegiate is up by quite a considerable amount, but still not typical risk for Coach Fiegel to take.
Drumright on the left side, gets it off to Weta, fakes a defender, gets around and puts up about a 7-footer and gets it to go. Spartans extend the lead back out to 19, 25-6 the score. Camden Barnett now with the ball, kicks it. Eli Barnett puts the 3 up from the top of the key, no good, missed short. Rebound fought for underneath, jump ball called, and possession arrow will favor the Spartans. Fredonia just chuck and duck strategy right now, trying to dig themselves out of this hole with deep balls, and it's working to no avail right now. Weta puts up the three from the left corner. Can't get it to go. Rebound out to Fredonia. That's number 15, O'Neal.
Collegiate, you had David Chege and Sebastian Heinz-Turner under the basket. Couldn't quite come down with the rebound. Got to work on that going into the further parts of state.
Eli Barnett spins, gets the pass off to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett gets the ball back to Couch, and a push is called on Roman Harani at the top of the court away from the basketball. So sets the foul to the Spartans, and Fredonia is going to get a chance to inbound the ball.
Raspberry number 33, Judas Cyrus, checking in for the Spartans.
Raspberry and Cyrus will check in for Collegiate.
Roman Harani frustrated. Currently, you don't really want a foul like that as a player who gets a little bit less time, just looking to reduce those mistakes, get maybe one or two turnovers on the
Couch looking to get the ball in, running out of time, and he won't get the ball in. 5-second call, the second one of the game the Spartans have forced.
Yeah, if you're Fredonia and you know that the Collegiate defense is going to stick right to you, you got to move more. You can't stand there and expect to stay open.
Drumright on the right side. Heinz-Turner tried to cut to the basket. He was guarded, though, and guarded well by O'Neal, and a carry is called on Roman Harani, so the Spartans give it right back to the Yellow Jackets as Harani turns the ball over. That was actually Cyrus on the carry. 3 and 33 got mixed up there, as a lot of threes on the court for the Spartans, but either way, it's a turnover on the carry, so ball now into the hands of Eli Barnett. Barnett moves the ball up to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett dribbles baseline going against Cyrus, lays it in.
Man, that was the shortest guy on the Fredonia team against the tallest guy on the Collegiate team, and he gets it to go.
Drumright on the left side, fighting for help, gets it off to Heinz-Turner. Heinz-Turner steps back for a three, drains it. Sebastian Heinz-Turner just puts a double move on and fades away for a three. Now he steals it in the backcourt and lays it in. Sebastian Heinz-Turner with a 5-0 run in the span of about 2 seconds for the Spartans, as a reach-in foul is called just beyond the half-court line on Robbie Raspberry.
Robbie Raspberry clearly not happy about that call. However, Collegiate now has 4 fouls on this quarter with still 5 minutes and 28 seconds left. Fredonia, 0 fouls.
Fredonia looking to get the ball in. It'll be Eli Barnett, swings it into Camden Barnett. Barnett, top of the key, dribbling in, kick back off to Eli. Barnett dribbling in against Shackelford, kicks it back out to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett dribbling into the lane, gets it off to the high post on the left side, kicks it now back out to Eli. Drumright gets into the passing lane on the pass intended for Couch, steals it, lays it up in transition, no good. Shackelford there to clean it up. James Shackelford converts on the putback. Spartans now lead 31-8, 5 minutes left in the half. Deep pass down court finds the hands of Unruh. Unruh didn't have numbers, pulls the ball back out, gets it into the hands of Eli Barnett. Ball off to Camden. Camden takes the mid-range shot from just inside the free throw line, no good. And a reach-in foul is called on the rebound on Unruh.
Yeah, and to me, Fredonia's just taking very low percentage shots here. They're taking long twos, and I get that they're short, but if you're going to take long twos, you're not making them. And, I mean, you're not making the threes either, which are the low percentage shots here. So I don't know what to do here if you're Fredonia. It seems that their offense is based in, their premise is on off of the three ball in long twos, but it just won't work every single day, especially against a good defending team like the Spartans.
Ahmad with the ball, top of the key, dribbles in to the free throw arc, gets it off to Heinz-Turner. Heinz-Turner dump down pass to Cyrus, gives it back to Chege, gives it back to Heinz-Turner on the give and go, who lays it in. Heinz-Turner for an easy two. Heinz-Turner fighting for the ball, reach and foul called. He got a little bit over aggressive that time and forced Barnett to fall to the floor. 4:19 left in the half as Fredonia is going to go to the line. Spartans had no fouls to give, so the Yellow Jackets will go to the line shooting 2 in the bonus.
This is a good opportunity for Fredonia to get some points up with no clock running. This is exactly what Fredonia wants with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left.
Camden Barnett gets the first free throw to go, 33-9 now the score. Barnett's second free throw on the way, it's true, so 33-10 now the score. As Spartan deficit cut down to 23, Shackelford in transition tries to get around defender, met by a double team. Grace gets up the shot from about 7 feet, no good. Chege with the rebound, finishes through a little bit of contact.
Yeah, it looks like he got a little bit of an arm in his face there. No foul called, but he still gets it to go.
Ball handed right over to Asa Ahmad. Ahmad out in front of the pack, lays it in transition as he stole it away from O'Neal, who just left it out there for him. Ball now into the hands of Coulter. Coulter looking for options, straddling the timeline. Ball tipped in a big collision at midcourt. Hope he's okay. As he's immediately picked up, that was Camden Barnett that took a hard hit from David Chege as they chased down the loose ball, as that was really could only be described as a train wreck over the middle there.
Yeah, that guy is probably the smallest guy on Fredonia team. For those of you who aren't here in person, he's a full head taller than most of the collegiate guys on the court right now. Just ran as hard as he could right into David Chege, who stood there like a brick and took it all.
So second foul on David Chege. That sends Barnett to the line as he converts the first free throw after getting hit like a ton of bricks by David Chege.
Yeah, and it's a 26-point deficit here for Fredonia, and I mean, getting to the free throw line is one of the best ways to get your points here. If you're Fredonia, they haven't gotten much outside of this, so I think they need to continue attacking the rim and getting these opportunities at the charity stripe.
Yeah, high on Camden Barnett seems to be able to put him in. That's his fourth free throw that he's been able to convert. He's a perfect 4 of 4 at the line. Jack Grace tried to drive into the lane and was fouled on a reach-in from O'Neal. Second foul on O'Neal as Eli Barnett will check into the game for him.
Already seeing a foul-heavy game on both sides. However, more from collegiate. Definitely not what you want to see from them. You want to see them controlling the ball better when they're up by this much, controlling their defensive moves, not making costly mistakes like that.
Maud gets the ball and kicks it to Grace, pulls the three right side, drains it. Jack Grace for three.
Collegiate now leads 40-12.
Spartans on fire from behind the arc in this one, as 4 different players have gotten in the scoring column from behind the arc. Bit of a push off in transition as Camden Barnett gets it to go. Nice move as he scores it from about 5 feet. Jack Grace gets it out to Shackelford, now out to Grace. Grace looking to dribble baseline, kicks it out to Bond. Bond for 3, no good, missed everything. And rebound goes out to Eli Barnett. Barnett just runs into traffic, and Shackelford picks it off. But they're going to call a foul before that on a Spartan, I believe. Not sure who. Looked like Barnett just drove it into 2 defenders and had it picked. Instead, it's going to be a foul on the Spartans.
Yeah, and if I'm the Spartans here, I just want to play things conservatively. We are up 26 points here with 3 minutes left. I wouldn't be surprised if this grew to 30 before the break at half. But let's just see if they can stop being so aggressive on defense and getting fouls.
Weta steps in from behind, steals the ball away from Couch, gets it up to Bond. Bond fighting against 2 defenders, stops, gives it off to Jack Grace, top of the key. Grace looking to kick it out to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner barely able to save it for the Spartans. Kicks it back out to Bond on the left side. Now Ahmad, top of the key, swung out to Grace. Grace driving in, shot from 9 feet, can't get it to go. And ball now into the hands of Camden Barnett, who comes down with another rebound for the Yellow Jackets. He's going to be met by a double team in the backcourt. He's able to knife around it and get the ball across the timeline. He'll reset the offense for Fredonia, who is down by 26. The score 40-14 in favor of the Spartans. Camden Barnett on the right side fighting against Weta. Reach-in foul called on the Spartans as the officials are starting to tighten this game up a little bit as it goes for foul calls.
Yet another foul against the collegiate Spartans as Fredonia is starting to claw their way back in the scoring column purely through free throws.
Camden Barnett at the line for more free throws, gets that one to go. He's now 5 for 5 from the charity stripe.
Yeah, and this is a good thing for Fredonia because they can get themselves into a rhythm while shooting easy free throws. But again, these are only free throws, and you're down 25. So I don't know how much this is going to be able to help you, especially in a second half where, you're going to have to come back from 25 plus against a very aggressive and well thought out defensive plan from Collegiate.
Yeah, high on deficit, still big for the Yellow Jackets, but you have to like what Camden Barnett is giving them right now, at least even if it's just at the free throw line. Weta creates separation, gets the mid-range shot. just short and out of bounds off the Spartans, so it'll go the way of the Yellow Jackets as they get possession right back after a quick 2 from the free throw line.
Number 15, Ashton O'Neill, checking in for
2 minutes left in the half. Spartans lead 40-16. They have dominated this game from the get-go. Just looking to close out what would be a great half if they can continue to close on defense.
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to see more of is more control here. Control the fouls, control the turnovers at this point. You know, you really just want to try and stay consistent even when you're leading by this much to help you as much as possible going into the rest of state.
Camden Barnett with the ball gets it off to a cutting Miller. Miller kicks it back out 3 on the way from Eli Barnett. No good. Hines Turner comes down with the rebound. Spartans moving quickly in transition. Ball off to Weta on the left side. Dribbles back right, top of the key. Now back out to Ahmad on the right side. Out to Cyrus on the right elbow. Kicks it out to Harani. Harani dribbling right, elevates from the paint. No good on the jumper. And a foul on the rebound. Spartans getting burned on those foul calls as they undercut O'Neill, who will go to the line for 2 free throws.
That is the 3rd time in a row where a missed floater down 9 feet, 8 feet, results in either a turnover or a foul. Just getting absolutely burned by these mental mistakes.
Yeah, and at this point, Spartans just have to be careful not to foul all their players out of the game. That seems like the only way they might lose this one.
Yeah, seriously, you have AJ Batiste, Robbie Raspberry, David Chege, all sitting on the bench because of foul trouble, now taking out Roman Harani, sitting on that edge of the bench with 3 fouls so quick.
O'Neal at the line for his second free throw. He made the first. Second one rims out. Cyrus comes down with the rebound. Gets it out to Hines Turner. 1 minute 20 left in the half. Hines Turner elevates from about 10 feet from the right elbow and gets it to go. Just an easy 2 for Hines Turner as he steps into it in transition. 42-17, the Spartan advantage. 1:06 left in the half. Ball dribbled off the foot of Camden Barnett as he falls to a heap on the ground. Certainly hope he's okay. He stopped kind of awkwardly. Looks like he will be okay as he goes to the bench.
Yeah, it's tough taking, as point guard against this collegiate team, you're going to be taking the full brunt of the collegiate force, especially past the half-court line. You're going to be taking all those hits that collegiate's going to dish out, and you've got to be physically tough to take that.
Drumright teardrop runner in the lane gets it to go as he elevates over 2 defenders. 44-17, the Spartan advantage. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Weta tries to save it, gets it into the hands instead of Eli Barnett. Ball tipped away from Jay as it's now out to Drumright. Drumright shovel pass to Hines Turner in transition. Count the basket with a foul.
Hines Turner with a bucket and a foul.
Hines Turner will go to the line, trying to convert the 3-point play as the Spartans are looking for a 30-point advantage.
Yeah, even with all these fouls, collegiate continues to outscore the Hornets, now widening their gap to a 30-point lead, pending this free throw.
Hines Turner's free throw for the 3-point play rolls off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound goes out to Eli Barnett, gets it into the hands of O'Neal. Moved up court now to Evans. 30 seconds left for Fredonia to try to get some kind of shot away. Ball nearly stolen away from Evans. Instead, Hines Turner tips it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with the Yellow Jackets as they look to maybe get the final possession or shot of the second quarter. Evans with the ball looking to get it in, gets it to O'Neal. Weta tried to fly in there instead. Yellow Jackets with the ball. Eli Barnett kicks it back out to Miller. Now into the hands of Evans. Evans dribbling into the lane. Gives it off now to Couch. Couch in the lane, gets it off to O'Neal, who lays it in. 7 seconds now left for the Spartans in the half. 46-19 the score. Hines Turner gets around a defender. 3 seconds left. Drumright puts up the 3 from the corner. No good. And that'll bring it in to what has been an excellent first half for the Spartans, who lead 46-19.
Yeah, nothing too much to say about this game. Really nothing more that the Collegiate Spartans can do from this point other than trying to stay more consistent, especially with those fouls. Foul trouble is kind of where Fredonia scored most of their points. They're doing a good job on defense, trying to rein them in, trying to close them out, stopping them from scoring too many points. but still, in this kind of a situation, you got to be as controlled and as conserved as you possibly can. Going into the rest of state, those few free throws could cost you a game against a team like Cheney right here. So you've got to be more consistent throughout. That's the one thing I could tell Collegiate right now to be trying to look at and work on.
Yeah, Aiden, it's certainly something interesting to watch because we talked about as this game goes on and as this postseason goes on, how the officials are going to be tightening up calls, and in many ways it seems like they've done that. As we look at the scoring breakdown for the Spartans, it's been Sebastian Hines-Turner leading the way in many aspects for the Spartans. Hines-Turner has 13 right now for Collegiate as he scored 10 in the second quarter. On rebounds, David Chege is dominated with 4 on the glass right now as the Spartans overall are dominating the glass. For the Fredonia Yellow Jackets, their leading scorers, Camden Barnett, who has 10 points, 6 of them coming from the line. Been a solid performance for a couple of Spartans, though. As I said earlier, 5 Spartans got into the scoring column from behind the arc. The Spartans have been absolutely electric from 3 tonight, as they'll hope to keep that kind of momentum going as we head into halftime. We will take about an 8 or 9 minute break and be back for the start of the second half as the Spartans lead 46-19. Hello and welcome back to the Collegiate Sports Network as we get ready to start the second half here from Chaparral as the Spartans lead the Yellow Jackets 46-19 and are well on their way to playing for a Substate championship Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Collegiate so far dominating in the glass, dominating on defense, and 1,000% dominating from behind the arc. So far doing a really good job, whereas from Fredonia, their scoring is kind of centering around only a few players really struggling to get any shots to go.
Yeah, to me, if you're Collegiate, I just want to see some more conservative play, some more consistent play, because if they keep up with this fouling and this turnover issues that they've had in this game, they might not get away with it against Cheney, the most probable player in the Substate Championship, for a right to play at state.
Ball is back in. Fredonia now with it. Camden Barnett has the first possession. Ball immediately stripped away by Asa Ahmad as he tried to go up for the shot. Weta in transition gets bumped and fouled. I believe they'll call the foul on the floor as Weta tried to sling up something crazy at the end there as he smiles coming away from the play. Indeed, it is called on the floor as Asa Ahmad will look to inbound for the Spartans under the basket.
Collegiate inbounding quick, 46-19.
Gets it off to Weta. Weta misses it, gets his own rebound, gets it back out to Shackelford. Nice effort by Brett Weta on the offensive glass. Weta on the right side kicks it out to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner in the right corner gives it back to Ahmad on the right wing. Ahmad swings it back out to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner now out to Raspberry. Top of the key, swung back out to Ahmad. Spartans looking to slow down a little bit. In pass to Shackelford. Shackelford dribbles around two defenders, gets it off, kicked back out on the left side to Weta. Now back out to Raspberry. Now in pass to Shackelford. Shackelford high post, dumps it down into Raspberry. Raspberry against contact. Off balance shot, no good. Shackelford on the layup, no good on the putback. Spartans had 3 chances at a basket there and couldn't convert as Fredonia comes away with the rebound. It's in the hands of Eli Barnett. Barnett immediately hounded by Shackelford, picks up his dribble, looking for help, finds Couch. Couch dribbling off, gets it to the free throw line, puts up the shot from the left elbow against Ahmad, no good, missed short. Heinz Turner comes down with the rebound. Heinz Turner now on the right side. Spartans gonna slow things down momentarily. In pass to a cutting Raspberry, scorched the layup as once again Fredonia comes down with the rebound after the Spartans miss in close. Spartans instituting a bit of a full court press. Ball momentarily fumbled by Camden Barnett. Gets it up to Eli Barnett, and a quick timeout has to be taken by D. Barnett for the Yellow Jackets as Fredonia was perilously close to a 10-second call in the backcourt.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that 10-second call didn't come earlier. As Fredonia's quickly find themselves behind, not in terms of scoring, however, but really turnovers, and Collegiate defense remains dominant. But still, you gotta be able to convert when it comes to those open shots. Collegiate's doing a good job getting their own rebounds, just not quite at putting it back up.
Yeah, and if I'm Fredonia here, I'm trying to get shots more on the inside, and I'm looking to get a lot of these fouls because we've seen the officials are very, prone to calling these fouls on Collegiate, and if you're able to get points there, which have been mostly their points, I believe 13 of them so far in this game, you want to get as many points at this charity stripe as you can.
Ball back in for Fredonia into the hands of Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett gets it off to Eli Barnett. Ball off his hands out to Weta. Weta one-on-one in transition. Fouled as he goes up with it. Foul called on Eli Barnett as he tried to stop Weta from going end to end. Weta will go to the line for 2.
Weta saw him moving in, jumped a little late, but still gets an opportunity at the charity stripe.
Weta at the line trying to put the Spartans into the scoring column for this half. First free throw is up and good. Weta converts from the line.
Number 15,
as that's the first points of the half.
Number 23,
48 into the third quarter.
So Connor, what are you trying to look from Collegiate for this half?
I think it's like you said, you just want to play consistent, stay in your rhythm, but don't get caught with a lot of fouls or anything like that. You want this to be good game prep for Saturday if you can let it be.
Yeah, I would also like to see Collegiate go in with some momentum, especially heading into the game against most probably Cheney. So I would like to see them get some momentum towards the end of the game and play some really good basketball just to finish out this Substate semifinal.
Camden Barnett with the ball sizing up drum right, puts up the shot from mid-range, no good from the left side. Spartans moving the ball quickly down court into Chege. Chege spins in the lane, no good on the layup. Spartans struggling from in close right now under the basket.
Yeah, Spartans getting a couple of good looks under the basket, not quite able to convert.
Ball into the hands of Eli Barnett, kicks it back out to O'Neal for three, who connects.
O'Neal.
First three they get to go for tonight.
AJ Batiste gets it down into David Chege, kicked back out to Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner gets around two defenders, met by Barnett in the lane, can't get it to go, but Chege cleans it up and gets it to go with a foul. David Chege going to the line for a chance at the three-point play.
He's going to make up for that missed shot earlier, get a two-point layup with some contact to try and convert the three-point play.
And that's the fourth foul on Eli Barnett. Big development there for the Fredonia Yellow Jackets, as Barnett has been a nice presence inside for them. Spartans have already dominated on the glass and inside most of this game. With Barnett's absence, that might be exploited even further from Collegiate.
Yeah, I believe outside of Barnett, they have 9 other points from other players.
Ball tipped away in the front court. Zinged out to Carter Drumright, misses the layup as he's stripped by Evans. Evans gets the ball back up court, and it's taken right away from Barnett. Barnett, ball on the floor, out to Chege. Weta might have gotten popped in the nose. Looks like he's okay, though. Heinz Turner dribbles off to his right, kicks it out to Drumright, takes the corner, three, good. Carter Drumright connects from the corner.
Don't even hear much of a cheer from the Collegiate crowd, because at this point, he is just too used to seeing him drain those threes.
Three on the way by Evans, misses long. Rebound, though, secured underneath by Unruh. Unruh on the second chance can't get it to go, and Weta comes down with the rebound. Chege sits it out to
Talk about
Heinz
a low
Turner.
percentage shot right there. Contested three taken.
Heinz Turner hook pass out to Batiste. Batiste couldn't get the three to go, rolled out, and rebound dribbled or tipped off of Brett Weta. It'll stay with Fredonia.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot from Evans. Evans is their big man. Evans is the guy who you want to match up against Sebastian Heinz Turner on the inside and try and get these contested layups and try to draw some fouls. But he has shot, I think, 3 contested threes, which I have not liked to see from a percentage shot point perspective. And, I mean, I think that's just only hurting Fredonia as he just throws another turnover.
Deep home run pass down court, stolen away by David Chege. Jack Grace now with the ball. Heinz Turner swung out to Drumright. Drumright looking to dribble baseline, tries to kick it back out to Chege. Instead finds the hands of Heinz Turner. Heinz Turner turns the corner and lays it in.
Wow, he saw a millimeter wide gap and took it.
Ball momentarily into the hands of O'Neal before it's tipped away and stolen. Heinz Turner in transition, fakes the pass, lays it up, no good. Batiste tried to follow it up, couldn't get it to go. Drumright steals it back in the backcourt.
Yet another turnover.
Drumright fakes his defender, dribbles around him, tries to elevate from mid-range, has the shot blocked. O'Neal in transition pulls up from the free throw line, no good, as Jack Grace comes down with the rebound. 3:36 left in the third quarter. Spartans lead 53-24.
Yeah, Fredonia gets a bit of a lucky turnover. Still can't capitalize, though.
Heinz Turner, one-handed pass down into Batiste. Fouled as he tries to dribble baseline.
And that, I believe, will be Fredonia's third foul already. Fourth, excuse me. Already getting into a little bit of foul trouble with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left. This is the exact opposite of what they want in this situation.
Yeah, and Connor, here's something I think you've said a lot for this game. A lot of 10-foot shots, a lot of 9-foot shots there from Fredonia, and they're just not going in. I mean, at some point you have to stop taking the mid-ranges here. I mean, they're low percentage shots. They're the least inefficient shot on the court. And, I mean, if you're Fredonia, you're already down nearly 30. You just got to change something up. Oh.
Couple of passes inside for the Spartans on the inbounds play. Kicked back out to Batiste. Batiste dribbles in, kicks out Shackelford. Shackelford does the same to Drumright. Corner three, gets it to go. Carter Drumright scorches the net again.
Nobody's even cheering on that one. He is on fire from behind the arc this year.
Camden Barnett with the ball at the top of the key for the Yellow Jackets. Dribbles off to his left, trying to fight downhill, gets two defenders to jump. Cyrus blocks it away. Drumright now with the ball in transition.
Cyrus blocks it away as he's falling from his jump. Still gets it to go.
Yeah, just that length of the Spartans outclassing Fredonia. Drumright extra pass to Jack Grace in the corner for three, no good. And rebound tipped out of bounds off the Yellow Jackets. Spartans will inbound under the basket.
Collegiate now leads 56-24 in this game, and Collegiate has now 4 fouls on them. The Fredonia Hornets are going to start having to play just a little more cautious if they don't want to get more points ticked against them with the clock not running.
Ball in the paint. Jack Grace picks it up. Ball still in play. Everyone thought it was out of bounds. Instead, Spartans have it. Batiste, 1-foot jumper, no good. Batiste was just out of control that time, dribbling into the lane against 2 defenders. Eli Barnett now has the ball, gets it across half court, moves it up into the hands of Miller. Miller swings it back out to Camden Barnett. Barnett looking for options, fakes right, dribbles left, elevates from the free throw line, jumper no good. More mid-range shooting coming up short for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, you got to stop shooting him at this point. I mean, if you're going to take a jump shot, at least take a 3.
Drumright knifes his way all the way into the lane and misses the layup. Foul called on the rebound. Looks like it's on the Spartans, as it's assigned to Judah Cyrus.
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, if you're going to take a jump shot and you're not even hitting the mid-range, just push it back to the 3. That's the whole premise of your offense here, and I know I've said that it hasn't worked up until this point, but they're trying to attack the mid-range, which just hasn't been a strength for them in this game. So if I'm Fredonia, you got to change something up. Go on the inside, try to draw some fouls, and I mean, maybe get some lucky 3s on the outside.
Quick timeout called barely in time by D. Barnett. That was nearly the third 5-second call on Fredonia in this game, as the Spartans were giving them troubles in the full court press.
Yeah, once again, Fredonia seemingly having a little bit of cement in their boots as they just stand there, as they are just getting absolutely outblocked by the Collegiate Spartans.
Yeah, and that Spartan press has just dominated this game really all night long. And we talked about the size for the Spartans, and that issue only seems to be getting expedited for the Yellow Jackets as they start to find themselves in a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. And we kind of saw that size coming to the Collegiate advantage here on one of these offensive plays where Fredonia was trying to take that open 2. And while Judah Cyrus was coming down from his jump, he still had too much length and caught the block. These guys are just getting so much better at using their length to their advantage, and that's really turning the game on its head for any team coming up against these guys with any kind of size. And, you know, you can foul one out. David Chege at this point could foul out of this game, and you still have Sebastian Hines-Turner and Judah Cyrus to fill in for him. This team has just got the depth and the length to outplay Fredonia right now.
Fredonia back with the ball, looking to inbound from under their own basket. Collegiate will not send up the press as the ball's nearly turned over anyways by the Yellow Jackets. Wow, close call there for Fredonia as they trail by 32, 56-24, the Spartan advantage. Barnett drives into the lane against 3 defenders. Cyrus able to affect the shot. Ball is tipped out of bounds off the Spartans, though, as they fought for the rebound against each other. So Fredonia will inbound under the basket.
21, David Chege.
Chege will check back into the game for Cyrus. Fredonia looking for options, gets the ball in to Hodeshelt. Hodeshelt kicks it back out to Camden Barnett. Camden Barnett at the top of the key, looking for options. Keeps his dribble, passes back off to Miller on the right side. Miller pass into Couch, met by 2 defenders. Kick back out Eli Barnett. Barnett rises against Chege from mid-range, no good. Rebound, though, tipped out to Couch. Couch knifes his way around a defender and banks it in.
Good job to get that to go from Fredonia. Just a quick mental mistake there by Collegiate. Just not great rebounding.
Spartan lead cut to 30, 56-26 the score. Ahmad gets the in pass to Chege, who turns and lays it up. Just too easy down low for the Spartans as they have the massive size advantage. Fredonia on the other side of the court. It's in the hands of Camden Barnett. Now under a minute left in the third quarter. Kicked out to Miller, pulls the 3, no good. Bond comes away with the rebound for the Spartans. Bond on the right side picks up his dribble, gets it into Ahmad. Ahmad dumps it down to Batiste. Now back out to Ahmad. Bond for 3, gets it to go. Mason Bond from the top of the key.
Open 3 from the top of the key. Had time to set himself. Easy shot to go.
Camden Barnett kicks it back out to Eli Barnett. Now ball in the hands of Couch, 25 seconds left in the quarter. Chege tried to get into the passing lane, sold out for the pass. Ball instead finds the hands of Camden Barnett, dribbles baseline, gets Bond to jump, passes back out to Couch. Couch on the left side elevates from 10 feet and gets it to go.
You know, they're going to get those shots to go every once in a while, but once again, that was a very low percentage shot. Nothing more than just a little bit of luck right there.
Shackelford dribbles in, kicks out to Batiste. Batiste drives in, met by straight-up defense from Eli Barnett as the clock expires on the third quarter, as the Spartans lead 61-28 heading into the final quarter of play.
Yeah, you know, A.J. Batiste just kind of got beat out by outright defense right there.
Yeah, and if I'm Collegiate, maybe 80. Probably. I feel like Collegiate could get to 80. They're currently at 61 here. We'll see. We'll push that further if they get too many buckets in the fourth quarter. But, I mean, just an overall solid win here for Collegiate. I think they're going to be able to pull this one out and hopefully get out for a revenge tour showdown against Cheney for the Substate Championship with the rights to the State 3A tournament. I think it's going to be a great game on Saturday. I hope that they're able to continue this momentum. They've been playing stifling defense over this past month, and I just think if they're able to continue this, I think they have a really good shot at beating Cheney.
Yeah, Hyon, we'll kind of preview that upcoming matchup as this one kind of concludes, but you have to love the way, just talking about the Spartans in this one, how they've been playing defensively, like you said, just absolutely smothering Fredonia, who's only scored 28 in this one.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. At this point, Fredonia is just really struggling to get anything on the board. However, an issue on the score clock has them leading for the very first time in this game, 126-61. That's about the only good thing Fredonia can take away from this game. They were leading at one point.
Yeah. I mean, the scoreboard said they were leading at one point. Spartans have led this one wire to wire. It's been an absolutely dominating performance thus far, as the Spartans will have the first possession of the fourth quarter, just looking to close this one out. Officials are still waiting for the clock, for the scoreboard to get reset, as Fredonia's score trickles back down to 28 points and now goes back up to 127. So this could be an extended pause here as we wait for this. And surprisingly enough, this is not the first time we have seen this all season.
I was just about to mention, Connor, you know, we've been to a lot of these guys' games, a lot of these girl games over the course of our presentations, and this is not the first time we've had this issue. So let's go a little bit further into depth into these next games we're going to see as the board stays at 127-61. This next game we're going to be coming up against Cheney. Cheney is probably going to be our...
Well, maybe. We don't want to count our chickens before they hatch. Trinity still has to play Cheney. Now, likely Cheney's going to win. I do want to say that. Cheney seems to be the better team, but we don't want to necessarily say outright that that's going to be the matchup. That's
a great point, Connor. You know, Trinity is a very good team. With Cheney likely being our next opponent, we still have that game right after us to decide who we're playing to get ourselves to state. If it isn't Trinity, however, and we are likely facing Cheney, we're going to have to go up against some really expert shooting. Their team strategy reminds me a lot of this, of the McPherson team we played up against earlier. They compound great shooting with some size up front, and just do a great job of kind of diversifying who they're scoring with, which is something Collegiate's really going to have to watch out for. As the scoreboard returns to normal, and we are about to kickstart the last quarter of this game.
Yeah, Aiden, I think what they might have been doing was trying to correct the score based on our count over here, Mr. Ashford keeping track. It might be a 63-26 advantage for the Spartans. They might have been trying to reset that scoreboard. As it is, though, scoreboard reads 63-28. Spartans have the ball on the first possession. Heinz Turner kicks it out to Weta on the right side, now back out to Ahmad. Ahmad knifes his way into the paint, puts up the floater, and gets it to go. Asa Ahmad puts in an easy two for the Spartans on the runner in the lane.
Asa Ahmad, always good to see him get some points on the board. One of our less shooter kind of point guards.
Evans gets it in the Couch. Couch is fouled as he goes up with it for two. So he'll head to the line for
Yeah.
free throws.
You know, talk about reaching that arm into the cookie jar. You could literally see Brett Wetta doing it on that one, had his arm reached over the shoulder reaching in.
And we'll see what happens here on the free throws if he makes a couple and if they don't change the scoreboard. First free throw up, no good, so we won't get a chance to see at least from the start here. 65-28 is the score listed. It is possible that it's 65-26. Second free throw on the way, rolls out. Hines Turner comes down with the rebound. So the scoreboard mystery for now will not be solved. Hines Turner dribbles into the lane, gets it up to Shackelford. Shackelford kicks it down in to Wetta, who gets it to go off the bank. Ball now into O'Neal. O'Neal kicks it back out to Eli Barnett. Eli Barnett dribbling in, met by Robbie Raspberry, kicks it back out to Couch. Couch spinning against Ahmad, picks up his dribble. Swings it back out to Eli Barnett. Eli Barnett from the right elbow. Kicked back out now to Hodeschelt. Hodeschelt on to Evans. Evans picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to Couch. Raspberry gets into the passing lane and steals it away. Robbie Raspberry gets him to run past him, but can't get the layup to go. Evans comes down with the rebound. 6 minutes left in the game. 67-28, the Spartan advantage.
Yeah, you got to make those. He got him to jump. Great block, or great misdirection move, but couldn't get it to go.
O'Neal tried to get the pass down to Eli Barnett, instead tipped and stolen by Hines Turner. Hines Turner tried to get the pass out to Raspberry, and he turned it away. So another turnover by the Spartans in transition. O'Neal had the ball, had it picked from behind. Hines Turner lays it up and in.
Sebastian Hines Turner.
Great job by Sebastian Hines Turner to make up for his teammate's mistake there.
Make up for his own mistake there, Aiden. He was the one that turned it over on
Oh,
the last one.
excuse me.
But either way, it was a good job by Hines Turner, like you said, to atone for that mistake as he gets the layup off the steal. Couch with the ball on the right side, kicks it out to O'Neal, top of the key. O'Neal looking for options, instead just pulls the three. Can't get it to go off the front of the rim. Raspberry with a good box out and rebound. Gets it up to Hines Turner, and the Spartans take a quick timeout as Coach Fiegel will look to reset his team as we are into possibly a rolling clock situation.
Get subs in. Number 3, Novilla, number 35.
As we're going to get going for the rest of this quarter, Collegiate still maintaining that good lead here, outscoring Fredonia, just still trying to control those mental mistakes. Throughout this game, we've seen a lot of mental mistakes, a lot of just kind of mishaps, turnovers, fouls that we haven't seen in past games, nearly to as such a severe degree. Nothing truly detrimental to the outcome of this game. Or really any of Collegiate's performance, just something to watch going further into Substate where you're going to be playing against much, much better teams. You really got to watch out for things like that.
Yeah, Aiden, that's a good point. There are always some small things that you want to see cleaned up, and now is a good time to try to solve those issues if you can. Grace with the ball, dribbles into the paint, lays it up, and good. Jack Grace with a nice move around a couple of defenders.
Collegiate still operating smoothly on offense.
Camden Barnett with the ball, kicks it back out. Ball into the hands of Coulter. Coulter dribbling against Harani, who's back into the game. Kicks it out to Miller, now Evans. Evans dribbles around two defenders, up and under, wild layup, can't get it to go. And Mason Bond comes down with the rebound. Spartans trying to move a little bit in transition. Bond with the ball, takes it at the left elbow, kicks it back out now to Harani. Out to Batiste, who pulls the three from the left corner, missed everything that time. Batiste hasn't quite yet found his shooting legs a couple of games in. To his return.
Yeah, and I just want to go back to the last possession by Evans. I mean, I don't know what that shot was. And again, it was one of those mid-ranges that just don't seem to go in, at least today. It was highly contested.
Bodies on the floor, diving for the ball. Harani comes up with it, moves it up to Grace, who lays it in. More good movement in transition for the Spartans, who get another easy two.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got to make those shots, and Jack Grace is doing a great job getting it to go off of transition movements.
Yeah, Aiden, Spartans seem to be improving from in close. We saw them miss a couple of layups a little bit earlier in this game. They seem to have cleaned that up, though, and that's an easy spot to fix if you can. It's just easy layups that you need to convert and finish at the line. As Evans misses another two, and high on, you're just not happy about it, are you?
Yeah, that was a step back to a long two that was contested. That was just not a very good shot selection. And it seems to be a theme here for Fredonia. They've just not been taking these high percentage shot looks, at least to make it a 3, you know. And I don't know, man. It just seems that Fredonia's been off their game a little bit, and I think that's just been seeping into their heads a little bit here.
Batiste, 2 steps into the lane, just lays it up to no avail. A.J. Batiste trying to take it in against the defense. Just a couple of questionable moves by him on shooting and layups.
Yeah, definitely not a shot you should be taking when you got guys that are open.
Ball out of bounds off of Unruh as he tried to save it.
Yeah, tried to pass it right there off of Roman Harani, trying to get the out of bounds off of him, but still ends up being Collegiate's ball.
And we are into a running clock situation in this one with 2:45 left as the Spartans lead by 45 points. Ball into Chege, dumps it into Cyrus. Cyrus elevates over his defender and gets it to go. Cyrus over Hodeschelt.
Collegiate continues to outscore as this, what we're watching right now, is their mostly JV team. This is as best they can do to kind of take off the pressure, and they are still outscoring.
Chege on the floor fighting for the ball, comes away with it, gets it up to Bond. 4-on-4 down the other side of the court. Bond knifes around 2 defenders, can't get the layup to go. Bond fighting for his own rebound, deflected off of him, out of bounds. 2:02 now left in the game. Spartans lead 75-28. Absolutely dominating performance tonight for Collegiate.
Yeah, that was an absolutely terrific performance so far. 1 minute, 48 seconds left on the clock. Fredonia looking to get maybe 2, maybe 3 more possessions if they're lucky.
Fredonia has a couple of subs into the game. Barnett nearly turns it over. Bond had a hand on it momentarily. Instead, Camden Barnett regathers it. Bond tips it. Barnett still keeps possession, gets an in pass that is stripped and stolen away. Ball was momentarily into Lewis. As Bond comes away with a minute 19 left in the game, as the Spartans have had this one in control for about the past 30 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, it looks like Spartans are going to try their best. Oh,
Grace elevates over his defender and gets it to go.
I think you could hear in my voice I was about to say going to try and hold it out for the rest of the game, just as Jack Grace rises to take the floater.
Yeah, Aiden, no mercy shown by the Spartans tonight in the playoffs as they are burying Fredonia on good jump shooting and great defense.
Can't really blame them, as the Cheney and Trinity teams are coming back into this game, or into the gym. Thank you. To see, they kind of want to put off a good show for whoever they're playing next, showing that this is coming for whoever wins the next game.
Yeah, Aiden, this is definitely one way to make a statement to one of the 2 teams that you're going to end up playing, is to put up this kind of a score and blow out your opponent by 49 points in the preceding game.
And it looks like Collegiate's going to be a little merciful and carry it out for the last 30 seconds.
Mason Bond will dribble this one out as the Spartans are going to come away with either a 77-28 victory or a 77-26 victory. Either way, it's not really going to matter, as the Spartans led this one wire to wire and dominated all the way through as they defeat the Fredonia Yellow Jackets and will advance to the Substate Finals.
And according to that announcement right there, the scoreboard is indeed wrong. It is 77-27, in fact.
So Spartans win it by an even 50 and will advance to the Substate Finals against either Trinity or Cheney, who will play next here from Chaparral.
Yeah, but something interesting to mention about this Fredonia team right here is, obviously you come out of this game disappointed. This is your last game of the season. You don't see any of them, crying, genuinely outright distraught, and that is because this is an entirely junior and under team playing right now. They've got a lot of room to grow, especially, next year, years beyond that. It's 1,000% not over for them. They still have a lot of things to do in the next coming years.
Yeah, and give Fredonia credit. I mean, they were the 3 seed in the Substate tournament but they ran into a buzzsaw tonight and saw a different level of competition from the Spartans. But like you said, certainly room for them to improve as time goes on with a little bit more experience. The Spartans, though, tonight just dominated in every facet of the game. They dominated on the glass, they dominated the turnover battle, and finally they dominated from shooting. A lot of good shots from behind the arc, solid layups in transition, and really good job just to finish around the rim for the most part tonight.
And are we ready to move on to players of the game?
I think we're ready to move on to players of the game. I'll give it to you, Hyon, first. Who you got?
Carter Drumright came out firing and stayed hot all the way up until the fourth quarter. He ended up with 16 points. 16 points on a team that was passing really well, and they were getting a ton of assists. He was always open in the corner, and I don't know if Fredonia wasn't guarding him up, because he knocked down every single shot, high percentage shots from the field there. I just think Carter Drumright was really able to lead this team as a junior, and I just think he's my player of the game.
You know what? I'm going to give a little bit of an oddball pick. I'm going to go for Jack Grace. Someone who was able to put up a lot of different shots in transition, didn't have too many turnovers throughout the game, showed that kind of controlling offense that we wanted to have, and really showed up with a much higher scoring column than we're typically used to seeing him in. Obviously, there was a couple of stellar players out there tonight, but really in a blowout such as this one, you can give it to the player who, scored above their average and kind of led the team in consistent shooting, consistent ball handling, and consistent control on defense. So that's why my pick is going to go to Jack Grace with 11 points tonight.
Yeah, guys, both of those are good calls. I'm going to have to give it to Sebastian Hines-Turner, 17 points on the night, but that's not why I'm giving him the player of the game. It's not because he led the Spartans in scoring. It's because he led them in many ways on the glass and on defense. I mean, he was everywhere on the court once again, and it's that kind of presence that he can bring to this team that makes them go. And once again, that was the story tonight, as the Spartans were able to come away with a 50-point victory. That will just about do it for our coverage tonight on the Collegiate Sports Network. It was a fun one as the Spartans, as I said, dominated wire to wire, winning by 50 points over the Fredonia Hornets. They will advance to play in the Substate Finals with a chance to make it to the state championship tournament in Hutchinson, provided they are able to win on Saturday. We will be coming to you live here from Chaparral at about 5 o'clock, maybe about 4:45 is when we'll go on the air, so we hope you will join us then for what we hope will prove to be an exciting sub-state final, as two teams will be fighting for a chance to go to the state tournament. Until then, for Hyon Rafi and Aiden Myers, I'm Connor Schubach. We hope to talk to you soon for the sub-state final. Until then, goodbye.